Hello, bitches. It's me. So, today we'll be talking about Becky Lynch and about how not mediocre she is anymore. We're going to talk about how she's improved since coming back after having her little demon spawn. I mean, her child. So, that was just shade. I wasn't trying to be mean. It was just a little bit of fun shade, okay? I wasn't trying to be mean, okay? Um, I I had another video planned, which was gonna be about Charlotte Flair ranking her best years in WWE. But I don't know why when I was making the video, it just wasn't coming out how I wanted it to come out. Like the words were just getting stuck in my mouth. So I kind of scrapped that video. So instead, we're going to be talking about how Becky Lynch has improved and how she is not as mediocre as she used to be. So Becky Lynch, when she first joined WWE, when I tell you, out of all the four horsewomen, she was my least favorite next to Bailey. I don't know. I enjoyed Bailey more than I enjoyed Becky Lynch. And Bailey had that trash ass smiley hugger gimmick. Becky Lynch was just trash. She had the ugliest gears, wore the ugliest hairstyles. I mean, she still does have the ugliest gears and still has the ugliest hairstyles and still does wear the raggediest makeup. But now I feel like it suits, it's tolerable. It's tolerable, okay? But back in the day, I just couldn't look at her and take her seriously because she used to wear I don't know, she'd be dressed up as trees. I don't know, dressed up as like a clog, sometimes she'd come out and I'm thinking what inspired this outfit? Like a worn out abandoned building. Like her gears were just that bad. They were just that ridiculous. Um and her gimmick, the last kicker, I didn't understand it. What was the last kicker supposed to be? On the mic, she was just another baby face. In the ring, she was just another wrestler. What was the last kicker supposed to, I don't know. And then her feud with Charlotte and she became the man. I was entertained by her. And I did like her little heel era and her, I'm the man, purr, fuck women or whatever, like the things she had going on. And she was putting great matches. But when she won the Royal Rumble, and then after that, I just kind of found the man character to be stale. I don't know. I feel like she was just being pushed too much to the point that I just couldn't tolerate her anymore. Because even though she was great on the mic, in the ring, she wasn't, you know, top tier. I didn't think her ring skills were. I didn't think with her ring skills that she could lead an entire division. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. I just had to say it. I just had to say it. I mean, Becky Lynch is great against women who are great. Like those Sasha Bankses, the Charlotte Flairs, the Oscars, women that are top tier, some of the best wrestlers in the entire world. But Becky Lynch herself, I don't think she could wrestle her way out of a paper bag back then. Her moveset was so generic and boring. Even the WrestleMania match with Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. Girl, Charlotte carried the match. Girl, if we're being honest, that match was Charlotte. The most memorable moments in that match were from Charlotte. Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. Girls, what were you doing? What were you doing that entire match? Becky Lynch, that was supposed to be your huge you were main eventing WrestleMania. That was supposed to be your match, bitch, and you ain't do shit, lazy ass bitch. And then she won the Raw Women's title. The only memorable matches from that reign were against Sasha Banks. Natalia, she had a cute match against her. Asuka, she had a cute match against her, but that was really it. Then she had a match against Shayna Baszler at WrestleMania. I still have not watched that match to this day because of how mediocre everyone says it was. And apparently it was really short because apparently she was pregnant in the match or whatever. I just, the match did not, even the build up to that match, I did not care. I did not. Does anyone talk about Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch? I bet you forgot that match happened at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania. See what I mean? Becky Lynch at that time just was not, leader of the division worthy talent. Period. So then she left and she had a baby. Oh, I forgot to talk about during that time, she had Twitter fingers and that got on my nerves. It just felt like she took everything too far. Like I personally don't believe in kayfabe. So I don't like when these wrestlers are in their characters 24/7 when they're just going on social media and just being mean for no fucking reason. Like I can be mean to them because I don't, I'm on the outside looking in. But her, I don't know, it just felt like her being on social media, it just rubbed me the wrong way because it's just like you're talking about your coworkers at the end of the day. And the things that she would say, she would go after people's looks. Like for what reason? For what reason? Because you're not that cute yourself, girl. You're very masculine. No, I'm not gonna say you're very masculine looking. You have a strong face. You have a strong face. That's what I'll say. Them cheekbones sit really high. I could see you being a cast member on the show Pose, or I can see you being on Drag Race. Anyways, yeah, her tweeting they got on my nerves. So then she left. Then she came back and beat Bianca Belair in 26 seconds, which I low key in the long run, I didn't mind. But when I watched it, I thought it was a joke. Because I was watching SummerSlam live and I just saw it and I just was like, I didn't think it was real. And then I don't know. The next week, she had this promo and she was talking about how Bianca was not prepared, and then they ended up having this really great long term feud. And during that time, Becky Lynch, she had great matches against Sasha Banks, good matches against Liv Morgan. Oop, catch that shade. A decent mediocre match against Doudrop, a match against Lita. I mean, she went on a run where like her promos were great. In ring, she had improved her moveset. She expanded her moveset. I mean, she's not the greatest wrestler, but she is great at storytelling. That's what I'll say. In the ring, she's improved, but I think what really makes her matches stand out is the storytelling aspect. She's good at telling a story in the ring. She's not the flashiest wrestler. I mean, she incorporated a moonsault into her moveset, which is terrible, by the way. I mean, I think it's worse than Charlotte's. I don't know. It looks like a roach flying through the sky. But the storytelling that she's able to do in the ring is incredible, and I'll give her that. Before, she was just mediocre in all aspects, but I think now her character's improved. Mic skills improved. In the ring, she's improved. I think she is one of the top female wrestlers, period. Yeah. And I think with her Raw title reign, she had so many different challenges, which really I was happy about, because you had Charlotte on the other hand, who had a terrible fucking reign as champion. So yeah, Becky Lynch did go from trash to mediocre to now she is great. I will say she is great. Yeah. I think back then she was overhyped, but now I think she deserves the hype somewhat. Yes. Especially with her matches against Bianca and basically making her into a star. I mean, Bianca was already a star, but after her feud with Becky Lynch, she just skyrocketed. So I think, yeah, I'll give Becky Lynch her props. She is great now. And do I want to see her in the title picture again? Hell no. No, I don't want any of the four horsewomen to hold any titles anytime soon.